Alright, what's up guys? This is just going to be a quick tutorial video on how to use the Feedback app. I'm going to break this video into three main parts. First, I'm going to run through how to use the app as a first-time user. Then I'll go into some more details about the features and how the app actually works. And then finally, I'll go through a real example of how I use this app in my day-to-day work. So first, as a first-time user, we're going to open up the app and go ahead and press this login button. It's going to ask you if you want to log into VIPKid. We're going to press login here, and a window will open with the VIPKid login page. You're simply going to go ahead and log in. And then the window will log in for you and close automatically. So we don't need to touch anything here. And it's still loading as we're being logged in here. Shortly, a message will pop up that says we've been logged in. There it is. So now we are successfully logged into VIPKid and the app is connected to VIPKid. So after we've logged in, we're going to go ahead and press the Get Feedback template. Now what this is doing is going into VIPKid and looking at my missing class feedbacks and getting one of the students from that list, the first student on that list, and then getting a template for that student. So the first student on my class feedback list is Eden, and these are the templates that were returned for Eden from Amber and from Christina. So we have two templates here for Eden. Once we choose a template, Amber or Christina, whichever one you like, we'll go ahead and press generate feedback. And there you go. You have a customized feedback for Eden. So just as a first time user, that's all you need to do to generate a feedback. That's without touching any of the settings or doing anything else with it. Once you have your generated feedback here, you can go ahead and copy feedback, and then you can paste it wherever you'd like. It actually saves that to your clipboard here. You can see it right here. All right, so that's a first time user run through. Let's go ahead and actually look into more detail of what's going on here with the app. So let me move this window over here, and I'm going to go ahead and um, open up VIPKid here. All right, a new window in here. Let's go to VIPKid. All right. Okay, now that we're logged in, let's see what this is doing step by step. So we talked about the login button. We log in, it logs into VIPKid for us. The good thing about this is that after you log in the first time, as a first time user, the app actually will remember your login info. So that means the next time we come on and use the app, we won't have to type in our login info. We just press the login button and it does that automatically for us. Next, the Get Feedback template. When we're pressing this button, all the app is doing is going to this main page. It's going to our missing class feedbacks, and it's looking at our missing class feedback list here. And it's going to go in chronological order. So when I press this button, it's going to take the first student. The only student I have here is Eden. Once I complete Eden's feedback and press this button again, it'll go to the next student. Okay, right in chronological order. So it goes here, finds Eden, then it clicks the materials button and goes to the materials page, and it navigates over to the feedback template tab here. Now what it's going to do is it's going to open up all of these templates and it's going to search through every teacher in this list. So every teacher that has submitted a template on this page, it will search through each one and it's going to return the teachers to you that you have in your liked teachers list. So what is the liked teachers list? Well, if we go over here to the app and the edit menu and go to edit liked teachers, we'll see a list here of default teachers that come with the app. All of these teachers have a similar template style, and that style is the neutral template. So neutral gender, meaning they use the pronoun we throughout the template. So for example, I have Amber MZC on here, and you can see here that Amber follows this template style. She uses we throughout her template. We began, we learned, we discussed, etc. So this generic template style is the same across all of these teachers here. Okay, so when we look at Amber and Christina getting returned, both of these teachers have this neutral gender template style. Let's see if we can find Christina EB. Let's see, Christina EB. I don't know if we're going to find her. She might be pretty far. Let's see. We're going to do a few more clicks. Let me make sure I didn't miss her already. Oh, there she is right there. All right, so you can see Christina EB's template. We began, we learned, etc. And if we look over here, that matches exactly her template. All right, so let's say I find, for an example, I find a new teacher that has this template style, the template style that's compatible with the app, and I want to add them, right? So let's say here, Tammy, PhD. She has this style. We used, we worked, we reviewed. Okay, so she has this neutral gender template style. So we can go ahead and right here in the add teacher box, we'll type in Tammy PhD and click add teacher, and now she's on our add teachers list, or liked teachers list rather. So we can exit out of this window, and if we press get feedback template again, it's going to go right in, and it should return to us now any templates that Tammy PhD has here. Let's see. Give it a second here. All right. So here we have Amber like before, Tammy PhD, Christina EB, and Tammy PhD again. So this must mean she has two templates in here. Let's see if they're different. Yeah, they're a little bit different here. So she's submitted multiple templates for this lesson, which is completely fine. We can choose which one we like. All right. So after it gets the templates for you here in this list, okay, then that's pretty much all the app is doing within VIPKid. Okay, let's do an example. If you, let's say there are no teachers here that are in your liked teachers list, say none of these teachers actually have templates submitted, then what the app will do, it will just ask you if you would like to see the top 5 templates. So for example, let's say this student for this class didn't have any of my liked teachers. It would just return Wendy, Amber, Kylie, Danielle, and Rebecca's templates for me, and I could just choose between the top 5. More often than not, the top 5 templates will have one with a neutral gender template style or one that you can work with. So that's how it handles that situation. So basically, after it gets the templates here, the next button we're going to press is generate feedback. Okay. So once we generate feedback, that's where it's going to customize our feedback template. And we can see here the customization, all it's doing is adding Eden into the beginning of our template here. In this lesson, Eden and I used the vocabulary words blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, it's adding a customized signature. You're a fantastic job, Eden. Keep practicing your English and working hard. You're improving every class. Okay. Now, this signature is you can edit and customize it however you want by going here to the edit feedback signatures menu option. So we have two signatures that comes with the app by default. We have a default signature, which is what we're using now, and this is the signature the app uses when this is not a new student. So here we see a new student option. We have no click. This means that Eden is a recurring student of mine. So this is the signature that I'd like to use for recurring students. Let's say, for example, this was a new student for new student signature, and I'd press, okay, yes, Eden is a new student, and I generate feedback. It's actually going to change my signature that I use for new students, where it says, it was great meeting you, keep up the great work, I hope to see you in my class again soon. Okay, so it changes a little bit for new students. I found that these two signatures are the most useful and the most used for me. So, but in this menu option, we can change these and edit it however you'd like. Okay, go ahead and type whatever feedback signature you want, and it will add this to the end of your feedback. When we're editing feedback signatures, there is one keyword that we can use, is this student in parentheses. Okay, every time we type student in parentheses, it will replace that with the student name that you're currently using. So let's say I go ahead and save this here with a student in parentheses at the end. And what that's going to do is it will add Eden to the end of my feedback, and that just crashed my program. Great. Now when we generate Eden's feedback again, we should see his name pop up here at the end of the custom feedback. And there it is, Eden. Anytime we have student in parentheses, it will replace that with the student's name. Let me go head back and change that. All right. So, and again, we can do the same thing with the new student signature, change that however we like. Same thing using student in parentheses as a keyword for the current student's name, the name that's in this student name box. And then, so that's about it for the features and details. Let me look through one more time. So here, the logout button under the file menu. All this will do is just basically erase the login info from the app, so it won't remember it. And that means the next time you use the app and press the login button, you will have to enter your login information again. Okay, and in terms of security and safety of having your login info in the app, it's all that information, your login information, is stored directly on your computer. Okay, so there's really no security threat in the sense of your information being on the internet. It's locally stored on the app in your computer, so there shouldn't be any worry there about your information, your login info for VIP Kid. And then the last menu here, well, we have one more button, the clear button, and all that does is just clear the student name in the feedback template box. It keeps this one. I like to have it keep this just so I can keep track of who my last feedback was, so I don't lose my place. All right. The last menu option here, Help, has a Help menu, which has all the info I'm telling you now, just written out if you ever need it for reference. A contact support, where you can email us with any questions or issues or bugs you're finding in the app, and we can fix those for you as soon as possible. Submit feedback, which takes you to a survey, basically just giving feedback on how you like the app, what you don't like about it, and so on. And then you can suggest a feature too, if there's something you'd like to see added. We can surely try to add that in a future update. It's worth mentioning that this app will be, you will have the ability to have it fully customized. We will have the option for you to have this fully customized for you and your teaching experience. So we can change features, add features, take features away based on what your routine is and how you work and what you do for your feedback. And we can customize all that for you. Um, let's see here. Anything else? Okay, so I don't think so in terms of info and the features. Um, so let's go ahead and go through a real life example. So how would I use this in my day-to-day workflow? So basically, what I would do is let me close and open the app again, just so we can get it straight from the. Don't mind the terminal there. That's how I use the app. I don't have the app fully downloaded yet. You will though. So all you have to do is press the app icon. Okay, so here we have our app opened. It has my login info already. So I'll just go ahead and press login. And right now it's logging into VIPKid. Takes about 4 to 5 seconds, um, depending on your internet speed. And then we're logged in. Now I will go ahead and press get feedback template. I'll go ahead and get Eden. While I'm waiting for that to load, I'll go to feedback here and get ready to submit the feedback. Then I'll have this page ready. By the time I'm finished, it'll have Eden's stuff up for me. All right, there's Eden. I'm going to go ahead and choose Christina's. Generate feedback, and looks good. So I'm going to copy it, paste it, check it over, make sure everything's good. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fill out. Eden did good this class, so we'll throw excellence across the board for him, submit, and that's it, we're done. We can go back to our page, that's empty, and now if we try to press get feedback template again, the app should tell us that all of our feedback is completed and they're all student feedback complete. And that's it. And then what I would just do is keep running through each student that I'm missing. So usually, just to give you a gauge, for me, if I have 10 students in a day, and I save all of their feedbacks to the end of the day, to run through all of them will take me no more than 5 minutes max, to do all their feedbacks. Um, and then, but typically what I'll do is just right after the class is ended, just to do the student feedback per class, it takes me less than 30 seconds to do it. So it's so much easier and less stressful than doing them all at night. But the nice thing about it is that if you do save it till the nighttime, um, you don't have to worry about missing deadlines and stuff because you can get it done really, really quickly. So that's nice. Let me think. Anything else? I think that's pretty much it, guys. I guess one last thing is the little question mark icons. If you ever need hints or clues, or not clues, but hints or help on what each of these buttons do, you'll find them in these menus too. Um, then they'll help you if you ever need, if you ever get stuck on something or need some help. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching the tutorial. At the end of this, I'll have some contact info where you guys can get a hold of us and with any questions at our email address or our Twitter account. Um, and yeah, that's it. Hope you have a good one, guys.